Alright, so first off, as you might imagine, if they shield, you can also do the laser thing with Fox. And Fox is actually pretty good at doing it. It also pushes them towards you. It's especially useful, I would say, close to the edge, so you can like choose when to push them off. You don't want to nair, because then the double shine, if you nair here, then the double shine doesn't hit off. Then you can laser, which gives you more time to walk out forward, and then push them up with the double shine. Or you can do like that cheap poke. But with the nair, it's like way harder. With the laser, it's super easy. Okay, so the other thing I found, right, is that you can upper. But it's not really practical here, because like, why would I upper here? Alright, so the up throw is a very common situation. Most foxes, they do another upper here. So they do an upper here, right? And the only way to get out of the upper is to hit the tech. And then it misses. So what do you do as the fox player? Then the white fox, the one doing the up throw upper, would generally go over and grab. But you can spot dodge that unless it's like a very, very specific situation. Like the upper is like almost frame perfect, and then the grab turnaround is almost frame perfect. You can never do it when you have to dash grab, unless the upper was mistimed in the first place. So the fox can do here is that he can either shield, he can either like shine, or you can like spot dodge. Those are the general options. Like you can't run off with back air, but that has its own punishes. But there's some common options. The Armada tech is basically to run off back air. I'm sure everyone saw that video. You can do like that if you're fancy. But there's no really consistent setup. So I was like, fuck, dude. We need a consistent setup that also beats short hop. Like, even though this one can actually beat both that and short hop, and spot dodge, you're running past them with not a hitbox, and the back air doesn't even lead to anything. Like, especially if you hit them and they're still spot dodging here, it doesn't lead to anything. I want a fucking combo, dude. But even a grab here is not the best because they can DI in so many different ways. And obviously if you spot dodge, then you get grab yourself. So it's like, what can I do? You can probably like do some weird like frame perfect like jump cancel shine grab, but even that seems to fall off. You can dare. I guess that's one of the better ones. But I realized pretty quickly that there's an option that gives you the best possible follow-up while also remaining plus, even if they don't fall off shield, covers spot dodge perfectly, and is a good chase if they just try to run away. It is short up uppering. But you time the upper like pretty strangely. You just do like that. But the important part is to hit both hits. But you need to hit them so that the first one is behind him. If I do like that, then I just push him further onto the platform. See? And this also covers spot dodge. You just need to be like pretty decent at timing it, which I'm not right now, because I'm fucking scrub. And I've never practiced this tech. Fuck. But it's actually very consistent. I'm not sure if I'll be able to set up good like safe state, but I've tested this with Psych and it perfectly covers buffer spot dodge as well. The only problem is if you are closer to them, like you're here, then you need to short hop without momentum. See, I'm the melee genius. And yeah, like even if, generally your aim should be to punish the spot dodge or the shine or whatever with the upper, and then if you also get to push them off with a upper, if they shield, it's also fair. Does this work as fall off back here? Yes, there is like no window between the two upper hits. What else? There's so much tech, dude. This game is like seriously underdeveloped. Laser lens setups. People don't even realize that I was the one that found this laser lens setup. Everyone's spamming it, but people don't realize who found this. It was me. Kalindi showed me this one. KGH, by the way. I know top play is not a big deal. But he showed me this, and I was like, oh, at 90% versus Morth, you can do this to up smash. I was like, okay. Well, that's kind of useless. If anything, it's better between stocks. So you can, that's not a perfect one, but you can like run away and then perfectly just laser land like that. But even that, you can just roll into the edge like this. You have no extra leg, really. But then I was like, dude, you don't understand what you found. And I just showed him this one and the one on Yoshi's. You can do it on FOD as well, depending on the platform setup. Can't do it on Dreamland. Yeah, you just let jump to neutral B. I showed him these ones too, but these ones are like not practical. Apparently upper is what Kalindi does sometimes when he does this. I don't know. I would never do that upper though. It's like pointless. You can also do this if you really want to, and even if you miss it, you can survive. Not always, but yeah. This laser land is definitely the most common one. There's some other cool stuff you can do with laser, depending on the stage. You can do it like that, which is like 1 or 2 frames slower than wave landing perfectly, while being a lot easier execution wise. You should do the laser the first frame you jump, so you land faster, because it decreases your jump momentum. This is more useful on some other stages like Pokemon. But honestly, more than laser land, but I would say that the biggest use is just for buffering shine. So like, your little platform camper, your local sheep main that just got a notch, right? So if they're standing here and they want to buffer something, first off, you can mix up by doing laser to shine with just a shield drop, and will almost always result in spot dodge. If you have a perfect shield drop, you can buffer it. But a lot of the time, since they try to shield up like that, they try to shield up after the first attack, which is the nair. It's very common for them to either get hit or get a spot dodge. It depends a little bit. If they're perfect on the method, they can buffer the shield drop. So in that case, you're best off double shining or something, because yeah, I can get in between the nairs here. But it's still helpful. I wouldn't say that landing with the laser out is the main deal though. Honestly, yeah, if you know it's coming, it's not too hard. But it's a pretty good bait otherwise. Since you saw that I either get pushed off here, or I get the shield drop in between. Since shield drop buffers, even one frame is enough to make them start the shield drop and then get hit. So double shine is actually very good against shield drop buffers. A lot of people don't even know the shield drop buffers, but whatever. But I would say that, like, just as a general tip, not like super specific or anything, I think using lasers to just land in general is like super underrated. So like, you know this mix up, right? Where people like do this and then they fall and then they back here. You can land here, but it's kind of hard. You have to like tap down, let go. If you want to buffer something, it might be hard. But it's just really easy if you want to like run off, land, and then up tilt. And you want to fast fall, it can be easy to just do the laser, so you have more time to buffer. So you can now you can start holding out tilt, and then you can do it here. Or you can do this like, I want to up tilt it this fucker here. Or you could even do it reverse, so you have even more time. So you don't even have to do the hard angle. And yeah, just like to make sure that the shine doesn't fall through, it's pretty good. Because if I hold here and I want to shine, then it's really hard for me not to like land here and then press shine and I get that shine. But if you use the laser, I mean, you don't even have to see the laser, you can just do it like that. You can very easily double shine. It is worth noting though that if you don't move your control stick after this, if you don't push forward, then you will usually get the turnaround. Like that. I would also say that like, sometimes like it's pretty common to get like, let's say up the upper rim here, and then I want to jump up to the top platform. I don't know this fucking percent, but I want to up tilt like that. It's way easier to just laser and then go up. You can also get the fast fall. Another thing that people don't do is that when they short up upper like this, they don't fast fall. You can save frame, like plenty of frames, and frames are very important when you're doing the short up upper by fast falling here. Because it does actually impact. See how many frames it takes if I don't fast fall? Like versus that. But this is way more important on Yoshi's and Pokemon, but more people do that on Pokemon. I don't choose what to do in the lab. I don't choose. My mind just takes me on a ride. Honestly though, I think the biggest tech that I use this a lot at DreamHack. But in the shield up spam meta, it's actually so fucking broken. I don't know why people don't do this, but it doesn't work very well when they have full shield. But even then, it sometimes works. Like he's shielding now, in case you didn't realize. And this is what like this is turned up to 11 if they do like what every fox does, which is where they hold forward. It doesn't work for upper, so most people just do the upper and then they get hit. It works for Nair as well. You can do it like that. See, like you do it, even if you mess up, you're still safe. Like they can't hit you. See, it's still fine. Nair is generally actually a little bit better, but it gives a little bit less reward. With Peach, I don't know why people don't do this. This is also something that's known, but Peach mains are just lazy or suck, or both. The tech is, first off, there's one Nair where you, that frame advance on, yeah. There's one tech where you Nair, and then you start fast falling before the Nair comes out. This can be a little bit hard when you right up here, because if you fast fall too fast, I think you actually, if you fast fall frame perfectly, you might actually land too soon. No? 8. Okay, never mind. But either way, it's kind of a weird situation because you have to press fast fall Nair like A and then instantly down in the matter of like 3 frames. It's not that hard if you're doing like at this height. So that's the method I would recommend if you're doing like a mid float. Because you see a lot of Peaches do it like that, where they do the Nair and then fast fall, which you're losing frames on. Just fast falling after is like actually something people don't do enough. Where they do the Nair and then they fast fall down. Like you would be very surprised. Like it seems obvious, right? But like if you Nair and then just let go, see how many frames it takes before she lands? It doesn't look that. She doesn't fall very far. 7, 8 before she lands. But if you do like that, the fast fall, 1, 2. She takes 1 frame before she lands. But even more so, you can just like, people need to fucking float shield drop. It's actually so good. Since it allows you to start up, like start floating way earlier. 1, 2, and then you can float. You missed so much juicy shit, Mango, but nothing you care about. So no, you didn't miss anything. But yeah, this is also the fastest way to like continue upper combos. Way faster than jumping than floating. Yeah, the reason why people actually, even though the frame data is like for Peach's Nair is like absolutely ridiculous, there's like +3. Like the reason why people don't think it's that ridiculous is because simply because Peach mains usually don't fast fall after. Because if the Peach actually does her aerials properly, I'm not sure if they're stale now. I might not get this like execution on the first time. Yeah, if they do this down smash, I actually don't think you can roll. Okay, I didn't do it perfectly. If I don't roll even then, if I don't roll perfectly, you get hit from the down smash. And obviously, if you're at low percent, this is like massive damage. And you can do that from every single Nair. The only option that beat down smash, and that's only sometimes, is shielding the entire thing. And a lot of characters can't even shield the entire down smash. That's just ridiculous to begin with. But like, you can't grab, you can't actually waste on a shield if they do it properly. You can't do anything. The only thing you can do is hold shield. But oh, what does Peach have? She can just grab. Which leads to death combos on a lot of the cast. Okay, not a lot of the cast, but a lot of relevant characters. So she has a true 50-50 whenever she does a proper nair between down smash or grab. And the 50-50 is like immensely in her favor since she can also do other options like another nair, jab, down tilt, delay grab, down smash. Like down smash just beats it sometimes. Because then you see like Armada do shitty mix-ups like, oh, I'm gonna nair through you, and like keep going through it instead of just fucking just land. You're plus a million, just land and grab. Like I get that you can like, oh, you know, I'm gonna make him shield, and then I'll go through him and then land and then down smash in case they grab. But like you can just do that and then grab before them. I'm pretty sure it's not even reactable. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's like barely humanly reactable to grab. You definitely can't react on this. You can probably react. You can barely even react to the nair hitting your shield. Since when you fast fall it properly, it only has like, it barely has any. It's not like this when she's like spinning. It's just one frame, or not as it lasts one frame, but it just she's just holding her hand out, and she can do it in the middle of your shield. Yeah, Peach sucks, guys. I'm still mad. People don't use my Peach tech. I will always be mad.
You better be ready for the fight.